Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is your hostess with the mostess, Panda4232 here, ready to bring you some more Katawa Shoujo tonight for your viewing pleasure. How was that for an intro? I think I'm getting better. I'm progressing through the intro stage of YouTube. YouTube commentating 101. That's a lot of loads. I believe we need to delete some of these, but with every delete, there's a memory. And so we're really deleting a part of our history, and we can't do that. So we're going to keep all of these loads until my computer eventually crashes and I get really angry and throw it at a wall. Let's get back into things, shall we? I like how I stutter straight at the start of getting back into the reading. This is not a good sign. Alright. I try to run through my usual morning routine as quickly as possible. I check my watch again as I leave the dorms and see that I'm already late. Oh, and guess what? I remembered to actually start the timer on my phone this time. Yes! Everything's going well for Panda today. Fortunately, the rest of the day goes more smoothly, and after classes are over, I head to meet with Shizune again. Behind the school, I catch her leaning against a completed stand with parts of it still flecked with bits of paper and tape, remnants of sign from the last time it was used. Absent-mindedly spinning a nail in her hand, she hasn't noticed me yet. The temptation to sneak up on her is unbearable. Years of watching foreign wildlife documentaries have prepared me for this. Wait, so you're gonna pounce on her and fuck her up the arse? Because I'm sure that's what they do in, like, wildlife documentaries. They either, like, you know, go in for the sex or go in for the kill. So you're either going to have sex with her, or that's pretty much rape. You're either going to rape her because she's unaware, or as we like to call it in these parts, surprise sex. It's not rape if they enjoy it, right? Wrong. Okay. If get caught halfway, I swear there should be an I in here. If I get caught halfway, I'll look like an idiot. And if she doesn't know it's me, I could end up with an injury. Either way, I'll also look a little insensitive, so it would probably be best not to try anything funny, as disappointing as it is. Aww. Oh, you embarrassed her. Oh my goodness. So, you sneaked up on me. That's not Shizune's voice at all, I'm sorry. I walk in front of her, startling her a little. Jeez, you walk in front of her and she still gets startled. Why so surprised? Did I catch you slicking off? No, I was taking a break. You don't look like you even broke a sweat. That's some break there, President. Ooh. Shizune's eyes dart back and forth momentarily, and I think I've managed to fluster her. Good job. There's exasperation on her face, and a little tension as well, but she can't back down. That would be unthinkable for her. Her fingers dance across each other impatiently. You're acting competitive today. Are you trying to get my blood boiling? Do you want to make it a contest? We'll race to see who can construct the most stalls by sundown. Oh god. No, I'm teasing you. That's okay. It's not a real student council if you can't tease the student council president a little. You agree, don't you? That isn't in the student council character, so it isn't true. Oh god, Shizune, please just have a little bit of fun. Please. There is no character. Wait. Charter. At least I don't think there is. The only thing they pledge loyalty to are a stack of takeout menus. Anyway, it's good that you're finally here. Even if you could have been earlier, pick up a hammer and we'll resume where we left off. Good to see you're still as social as ever, Shizune. Always so funny and light-hearted and charismatic. As we work assembling stalls again, I slowly realise that it's really much less work than I would have expected. In fact, according to Shizune, we should be done by the end of the day with a little luck. The last time I did something like this for them, it took her, Misha, and myself almost 4 days to do it. It can't just be my imagination. You know, this doesn't seem like that much work. Because it isn't. That answer leaves me wanting a little more. Knowing that it isn't the best, Shizune puts down her hammer to elaborate. It would be impossible for two people to do that much work in less than a week. The truth is that I don't dismantle half the stalls. I just store them in someplace else. Actually, more like I hide them in plain sight. Ah, she waggles a finger mischievously. But that's a secret. It's not proper to reveal the tricks of the trade. You're not a magician. Winking, she takes out 2 plastic containers from her bag and puts them down on a nearby board before raising her hand slightly as if to say, ta-da! I made lunch today for both of us. Oh, you're sweet. You can have this one. The food shifted in my bag and now some of it is mixed together. Oh, thanks. You're just giving me the shit stuff. She hands me one of the containers. I open it. It looks delicious, if a little simple. She hands me a pair of chopsticks, and as if she had just remembered to, and I eat what looks like some grilled beef. Grilled beef? It's very tasty. Very, very tasty. You don't look like food. Wait, what? You don't like your food touching other food? I do not. You're very picky. Sometimes I mix my food on my own, but not always, and not everything. I don't like it when it's done for me. What is important is the choice. That's true. I don't like it when I see, for example, my parents will, because they're old farts, will have, a good balanced dinner time meal, a bit of meat, bit of mashed potatoes, bit of veggies, bit of everything in there. But what my dad does is he uses the mashed potato more or less as like a glue and just compiles everything into just this disgusting looking mush. It looks revolting. I swear the next step he takes is to just chuck it all in a blender, mix it up, put it in a cup and drink it. I swear I'm going to see him do that one night. I swear I'm going to. She points decisively to emphasize it, and then it breaks her chopstick apart and eat her own meal. As I continue to eat, I notice 2 things. The first is that almost everything I'm eating besides the rice is fried. Even the vegetables are fried. Wait, what? The vegetables are fried? And there's so much meat. Does she eat this kind of stuff all the time? I wonder how she manages to stay so thin in spite of it. Yeah, that's a good point. She must have a high metabolism. The second thing I notice is that I can't talk to her while eating. Talking with your mouth full is a little rude anyway, but with our hands holding our chopsticks and bowls, communication between us is impossible, just like yesterday. What if you just shove your head into the bowl, take a mouthful, and hey, then you've got your hands free and you can do as much communicating as you want. You may look like a completely disgusting pig, but, it's for the greater good. The greater good. Even though we're spending time together, even though I took the time to learn sign language, it feels like I'm talking to her less. Despite that, it also feels like I'm understanding her more. At first I was like, hey, it's Lily, and then I realised Shizune's here, and I'm actually going after Shizune, and then I realised, they hate each other, and so, yeah, this is kind of awkward. I hear the sound of something tapping against one of the stands to look up and see Lily standing off to my side, feeling her way around with her cane. Well, the last path she was feeling her way around something else, if you know what I mean. Hi. I narrowly catch myself before I can say, didn't see you there. That would have been horrible. So to be fair, that would be something I would say. I love rude offensive jokes like that. Oh, Hisao, is that you? I thought that I smelled something delicious cooking and wondered who it might be. Or I thought it actually might be your cock. What is she saying? God, look, she looks pissed off already. Calm down, Shizune. It's hard to move my hands in parallel to saying something completely different to Lily. This has to be why Misha just signs everything all the time. A bit sillier, but it seems like it would simplify things a lot. Oh, no, she's happy again. Shizune tenses her fingers delightedly at my translation, as if from hearing a joke. All of this food was cooked hours ago, but for someone as slow as yourself, oh god, Shizune, that's horrible. Who can't even turn in a piece of paper without being a week late. I guess your perception of time would have been a little different. Jesus, that is really harsh. That's like a stab in the back. Multiple times. Yeah, that's not nice at all. You're a horrible person, Shizune. Or at least to Lily you are. A frown crosses Lily's face in response, and to a reply to something she didn't hear. Sorry, I'm just having a late lunch here. The student council president cooked everything. Is the student council president here right now? She's right here. I apologize, I didn't notice. Normally her level of presence is much higher. I was not aware that the student council serves lunch outdoors. Why wasn't I invited? I think that it is good to have enough free time to be able to do things like this, however. What is she saying? Oh god. If I were to invite you anywhere, you would just show up late. Oh god! I don't like how she's being so mean to Lily. Oh, I didn't even read that, Jesus. But Shizune's words are outside of Lily's perception, a fact that is the second increasingly maddening to her. Translate for me completely, please. Well, polite phrasing. It's a shame she's essentially asking me to let her fully release the dogs of war. Still, I can't just do nothing. The feeling of being unable to even respond and be understood is so isolating. She would never forgive me. Well, Misha seems to sort of give her sort of, I guess, perception of what Shizune is saying all the time. It's not exactly what Shizune always says. I'll just try to soften the blow, so to speak. Well, actually, this was all cooked a while ago. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Really? That's nice. Turn over here. It's very disrespectful to not look at the person you're speaking to. That isn't the way a prim and proper lady should conduct herself. Half of what I'm saying is really what Shizune is saying. She doesn't like it when people don't look in her direction. When she's trying to make a point, she's, to the right of my voice. Although in this case, I can understand why Lily wouldn't. This is a very awkward situation, and it's daunting being the sole conduit for dialogue between the two of them. Truthfully, I had forgotten what happened the last time they butted heads like this. It's clear Shizune remembers, and Lily is being pretty hostile herself in her own way. I'm sorry, such formalities slipped my mind completely. I forgot that the student council president is the type of person who would demand such respect and adherence to the rules at all times. I suppose student government requires you to keep a tight ship. Then again, she certainly has time for her own fun as well, so that must not be completely true. Ooh. Student council is not a dictatorship, nor a zero-sum game. With a click of the fingers. Shizune points at Lily with her finger out like the barrel of a gun. BAM! And snaps her fingers explosively. There we go. Good enough. Causing her to flinch and become visibly upset. You bitch, look what you did to Lily. Is that so? Then that makes it more impressive that you have been a part of it for so long, playing it as though it were one. I admire the fact that you are so tenacious. To manage it all, you must be so responsible as well. Not as much as I would like to be. You can't complain about yourself though, can you? You're very responsible. Actions like requesting a deadline to be extended and then running all the way through to the next deadline, that's the very model of responsibility. Shizune is happy to hear that, but apparently you're pretty responsible yourself, she says. Does she really? Well, more or less. Lily doesn't seem very happy because she knows you're lying. We're not holding a cookout, we're just taking a little lunch break. We're actually just here building stalls for the festival. You wouldn't know since you never go outside. Did you run out of tea? Oh, man, this is just some serious backstabbing going on right here. Are you going into town? Shopping? No, as I said before, I was just passing by. In case you did not hear, I would hate to interrupt the student council president. You're not doing anything now, but you must both be very busy. Fuck. In any case, Hisao, I'm sure that the student council president will be able to find or make work for the both of you if she needs to. Whoa! I'll devour you. Yeah, very busy. Devour is a hard word. I'm pleased that I can read it. This isn't time to celebrate, though. Not over there. Oh, to celebrate. Thought, not over there. Wait, thought. Okay. Instead, it looks like they might stop squabbling. I would drink to that. Have a nice day, Hisao. Goodbye, Student Council President. I love how she doesn't even call her Shizune. Thanks, you too. Stay classy, San Diego. As soon as Lily leaves, Shizune dives into the remains of her lunch as quickly as possible, as if each bite she shovels away is a means to forgetting any of this ever happened. God damn, they really hate each other. When she is done, she heads right back to hammering with the same mindset. It's good that she's working off her frustration, but now it doesn't look like she is in any mood to talk anymore. Yeah, we kind of fucked that bit up. About 2 hours later, she stops having moved through the rest of the stalls non-stop in that time. It still feels hard to approach her, and I think about how easily a conversation can die. After it took so long to be able to get her alone and speak to her directly, it almost hurts. The translation was good. Really? First class. She punctuates it with a thumbs up. She doesn't really believe, yeah, there you go, for your level. She doesn't really believe that. She's just sort of giving you motivation, I guess, because you chose her side in that argument. Although you didn't really have much of a choice. There aren't many deaf people in the school, and sign language classes have been on the edge of getting cut for a while now. I'm sure you don't have many classmates, am I right? You calling me a loner? If you're only learning sign language now, your speed is going to be limited. That is why interest in it wanes, because it takes more effort than normal just to communicate. I imagine it's the same with all languages. In such a situation, conversations in sign language are less than they would inherently be to start with. I don't understand that word. That's what? Spontaneous. Misha is the only person who can really capture it. Yeah, that's definitely true. Her expression changes for a second and changes back to quickly to digest, but I get the feeling that this isn't meant to be pursued. What I really want to know about is, why do you and Lily fight so much? Oh, you've got her wound up again. Tensing a little and visibly frowning, Shizune tenses her fingers and overlays them repeatedly, as if shuffling in an invisible deck of cards. Two fights that you know of aren't worth calling so much. If you had been here from last year, you could say that. I heard it was a rough year, something about how you tried to institute a badge policy. Haha, surprised? Well, I want to hear more about that later. Definitely, but you don't really like Lily very much, do you? Don't dodge my question. I'm not dodging anything. She was part of the student council until last year. We didn't get along very well. She wanted to keep doing things like the old student council did. The old student council was just so ineffectual, and it was stupid and insulting. I wanted to do more, and we had a fight. A lot of fights. She couldn't do anything on time. Then she said that what I wanted to do was meaningless, just extra busy work. Does this look like meaningless busy work to you? Shizune gestures around us. See this? See all of this? All of this around us? Does this look like meaningless busy work to you? Does it? No, I didn't think so. What's really meaningless is a student council that doesn't do anything. Weak, lazy, and boring. Just like especially boring. I couldn't get excited over sitting in a room with nothing to do. That's just a waste of time. Why would I even be there? If I didn't get my blood flowing, arguing with her does that. If you want to get your blood flowing, just hop in bed with me. I'm sure I can help with that sort of problem. If she could have been that motivated before, she wouldn't have to put so much dedication into being my enemy. But if she knows that much spirit, it's not a complete loss. At least it's something. It's still exciting. See. What about the badge though? She She laughs, covering her mouth with her hand. Oh, talking about mouths made me yawn. No! As if to hide it. I couldn't hold my hand to my mouth to hide it. Just had to let it out. Her laughter is the only thing she regularly tries to hide, which I don't understand. That was just a joke. Having a little fun sometimes is important too. Yes, I haven't really seen you do much of that recently, Shizune. I think you need to have a little more fun. Smile a little. You know, stuff like